folks. How y'all doing? Trent Clark here with Mallett Buildings. Happy Thursday to you. Let's get this show started. Barndominiums, myth versus reality. Let's see what we got put together for you today. We want to take a little moment in y'all's day. We want to remind you to never forget 911 happened quite a while ago, but we'll never forget. So make sure y'all take a moment out later today or whenever you can to remember. All right, we want to start out every day like always. We want to give that $500 discount to our healthcare worker, military personnel, educator, and first responder. If you're one of those people, make sure you get an extra $500, folks. Free money, we're going to give it to you. You deserve it. We're proud of that. All right. Now, if you want to upgrade your building to an elite or a signature, make sure that you type in cash to a live feed like this, and you'll get your $1,000 off. Where's Mallett Buildings this week? This is buildings that we are currently building this week. Let's see where we're at. Texas, we're at Beaumont, Lake Jackson, Santa Fe, Brazoria. In Louisiana, Prairieville, Lake Charles, Ville Platte, Clinton, Lafayette, Breaux Bridge, Iowa, Denham Springs twice. That is a total of 13 buildings. Hopefully we get them all out this week. I'm not sure. It depends. So specials and promotions, get right to it. Classic building. Remember, folks, our classic building is better than our competitors' very best building. Why? Well, for what we put in it. We got 2x8 scissor truss, folks. Nobody can buy it, nobody can build it. We do here because we have our own truss plant. It's superior. It's 164% flexibility strength, better than a 2x6. It's about 74% stiffer than a 2x6 in strength. So our competitors are going to say you don't need it, but I beg to differ, because when you get that the storms coming in, this is what's going to help your building last, especially when you put them on top of the 2x12 headers that we use. They use smaller dimensional lumber like 2x8s. It's just not the same, folks. We got the cable retention system. They don't. We use 4,000 PSI concrete. They don't. We got concrete under every post. They don't do that, folks. 26 gauge metal. They don't do that. All treated is very, very important. They don't do that, okay? Remember that. Now, let me get into the special. 30x30 for $22,999. We're throwing in this week free installation. That is $1,000, $1,750 off. We're throwing in on this package. Already a good price throwing in on this package. Remember, standard 2x8 truss on these classic buildings with 5/112 roof pitch, one 10x10 roll-up door, one 36-inch walk-through door, 4,000 PSI concrete, 4-year workmanship warranty. This building is 130 mile-an-hour wind rating. Remember, 26 gauge metal. All what I just told you. That's the classic building specs. All right, that's special number one. Special number two is a 30x50x12, $31,999, folks. That's a great price for a great size building. And look, we're throwing in a $2,450 we're giving you worth of installation on this building. We're throwing that in free on this building. Doesn't normally come in. It's an upgrade that you can buy. We're throwing it in. We're giving it to you this week, so make sure you get that. Same specs as the other, okay? Now, you got a 40x60 for $48,999 for $48,999, and the installation on this package is $3,150 that we're giving you for free. Plus, you got an already good price. Folks, and remember, listen, we've been doing this for 26 years. I'm proud to say that we do have the best building out there. We are continuing to improve our process. We strive to make the best building, and we have done that, and we're going to continue to be the leader of the pack. All right, so rest assured, you got a peace of mind when you do business with us. All right, now the Elite Special. This is the top of the line with all the bells and whistles. You're going to get added features like control joints, gutters and gutter brushes, not just regular gutters, but 6-inch seamless gutter brushes, which adds value. It's about a $25 a linear foot value around that building, so it adds up pretty quick that we give you on this. Post protectors, the list goes on of the upgrades that come with that. The main thing is this building, these elite packages are 145 mile an hour wind rating. I believe they probably would go a little bit further than that, but we're engineering. Our engineer says 145 mile an hour. Due to the fact that we're going to tighten up the post spacing on this building and the truss spacing. So basically you're getting way more material in this building. Makes it the best in the business. Now, our 30 by 50 is 43,998, our 40 by 50 is 53,950, and our 40 by 60 is 61,598. Now you might notice on the back side of these buildings, the height is different. The reason why is because we have added this week that you can get different heights on these buildings. Normally there's a fee, there's a height adjustment fee. We're going to let you pick that this week, okay? We're also going to let you pick roll-up door sizes. There is a upgrade charge normally. This week we're going to let you get that. That is a $10,000 value that we're giving you on this building, folks. So it's an unbelievable deal right here. I'm just saying. Now, you got, remember, this building right here is all the bells and whistles. Nobody does anything close to this building. That's our elite package. Also got, hold on, something, yeah, there we go. 20 by 30, a little Cajun Oasis is what we're calling it. Why? Well, you can put it in your backyard, perfect for backyard retreats, personal gyms, workshop or studio, home office, little cabin, you know, like a gym, whatever you want to do with this thing. What's so special about it is an elite package, which is the best of the best, but we're giving you basic electrical package, and we're giving you the 3-ton AC unit. So when we get finished with this building, you turn on the lights, turn on the AC, and you got a building that is comfortable. You can build it out however you want on the inside. It's an open canvas. That's what's nice about post frame. We'll talk about that in a minute. Mallett Ambassador Club. We got 3 different levels here. What this is we have a group of people. If you are in the process of building your building, or you get a building with us and you want to show your building off, we hook potential buyers up with you, and we'll pay you to show your building a referral. Also, we give you gifts along the year. We got a little monthly club. It's a good thing. If you're interested in that, give us a call. We'll be glad to tell you more about it. 5 red flags. Folks, listen. Doesn't it make sense to do business with somebody that has a business license number 1? You can find that out on the Secretary of State website. If they don't have a business license, it might be a red flag, folks. I'm just saying. So licensure, you can go to the LSLBC, and also at that same website, you can find 2 things out. You can find out if they in fact have a contractor's license, which they should if they are going to build a building for you. Even though you may choose to be the contractor on record, what that means is you're going to pull the permit and you're not going to pay a contractor fee. That's possible because we're going to build the building, okay? But you have some responsibility in that if you choose to do that. But find out if they are a contractor. If they're not, it might be a red flag. Also, once you find that out, you can see if they have any violations, all right? If they don't have any violations, good. If they do, which most of our competitors do, then I would say that's a red flag. Look, I'm very, very happy to share with you that we've been in business for 26 years with no red flags, folks. We had a lot of negativity the past couple of just doesn't make sense. If it would be like what the people said it wouldn't make sense. Something we would have a red flag after 26 years. Anyway, it might be a red flag. Reviews on the BBB and Google. Look, we think that's important. We got 500 plus reviews. We're proud of that. and most of our competitors don't. They don't even have one single review. That says a lot, folks. If you don't think so and don't agree with me, that's fine. I'm telling you we're proud of our reviews, and don't take it from face value. But that might be a red flag if they don't. I mean, if you're going to review something on Amazon that you're buying, you might want to review something that you're going to pay $50,000 for. Just saying. Then finally, visit the contractor's facility. We invite anybody here to come visit our facility. We're proud of we'd love to show you our truss plant. We were building a roll form plant next door. We would like to show you. We got a place to sit down. We got a place to conduct business here. It might be a red flag, however, if you're doing business with somebody and they're working out of their truck, if that's their office. Look, I'm not picking on nobody. You know, some people are going to say that out there. I'm not. But what I'm saying is it might be a red flag. Maybe they're not investing in themselves enough to get an office. All right? So that's the 5 red flags. Take it for what you will. That's what it is. Okay, my clicker here is not working. Oh, there we go. All right, why choose Mallett over the competition? It's very simple. This is what our competitors give you: 6x6 posts, 2x6 trusses. But folks, let me tell you something. The inner webbing of the trusses are more than likely going to be 2x4s. We know most likely that those trusses are going to be whitewood, not treated. We don't do that. We give you an all-treated building here. Very, very important that you check that out. 2x8 headers. I told you we did 2x12. Very superior. 29 gauge metal. We do 26 gauge. One walk-through door and a metal warranty. Over here at Mallett, we give you all this stuff. 10-year workmanship warranties. Number 1 kill dry lumber. 2x8 scissor truss. As I mentioned, nobody can build or buy. 5-on-12 roof pitch. 2 free roll-up doors. Free roof and wall insulation. 6-inch gutters. I kind of went over this a while ago on this elite package. There's so much vents. 6-inch concrete, not 4 inch. It's 2.5 times stronger. All screwed. We do the remote company cam where we are documenting your project from start to finish, folks. We have over each project has 200 plus pictures in there and videos of the project, so it helps us here that's in the office monitor that and make sure if we can catch a problem before it arises. Because look, we build, you saw earlier, we're building 13 to 15 buildings a week. We're not perfect. We're going to make some mistakes, but the important thing is we're going to go back and fix those mistakes. You do have some due diligence to do along the way, and we'll do that for a different show. But barndominiums, myth versus reality. Let's talk a little bit about barndominiums, folks. The first thing I always want to say when we're talking about barndominiums, make sure that you do not buy a before you know what size building you're going to buy. All right? I see so many people making that mistake. They're wasting money because you have to know what building you're going to do and design your house inside that building, because you got posts in there. You can't just put a door anywhere or a window anywhere. It's very, very important. I feel bad for some people that do that and then they end up wasting their money. So please, the one thing, if you get out of anything that we're talking about today, don't buy your plans before you put your barn building size and layout. Okay, very, very important. All right, now let's get into it. Barndominium, myth. Barndominiums are just metal buildings. Reality, metal shells are engineered, inspected, and built to last. This is actual a barndominium, or we built the shell here, and this guy took it upon himself and did a very fantastic job. Very, very impressed on the inside of this house. Traditional homes, higher cost. Mallett buildings, efficient design. And low quality builders, poor quality. Myths. Barndominiums are cheaper because they are lower quality. That's just not true. We're going to build the shell for you, and the inside is going to cost about the same as a traditional house. Where you save money is all the painting on the or bricks on the outside. The design of post frame it saves you money that way. When you start coming in with all your appliances, and depending on what kind of floors you want, and countertops and cabinets, that's where you're going to spend the most of your money. So you can save money, but you got to figure out what kind of taste you want. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, Myth, you can't customize a barndominium. Well, in fact, you can customize it any way you want, because we have a truss system that is weighted down on the post. So it's basically an open shell, whereas a traditional stick frame, you have to know where your inner wall's in, because you got strong backs and all kind of stuff that is required to have. And you got to have footings in traditional. In post frame, it's not really required, because all the weight is on the post. So you could start out with a blank canvas of a building and design your home inside of there. But like I said, you could probably save. I see somebody. Let's see, Tim saying sweet equity save big money. I know Tim Tackett, he saved a lot of money. I know Mr. Tim did, because he did a lot of the work himself. As more work you can do yourself, look, you could save money. Painting is a big ticket item. If you know how to paint, I'd rather pay somebody to paint, because it's aggravating to me, but painting's high. All this little small finish work is very, very high. Cabinets, you can go to prefab cabinets and make them look very, very nice. It's going to cost you a lot less than custom cabinets, okay? There's all kind of little tricks and stuff. We're trying to come up with like a little barndominium guide. We got so much on our plate, but we will be coming up with something at one point to help all those barndominium people out there. But anyway, the reality is open layouts, what I just talked about. It's an open canvas. You can design whatever you want in there. This is an actual picture from inside a barndominium. Once you get in this thing, it looks just like a house. So keep that in mind. You can make it as fancy or as rustic as you want. Myth, financing a barndominium is difficult. Reality, with licensed engineering, permits, bank treatment, barndominium like traditional homes, okay? It depends on where you're at and what kind of relationship you got with your bank, but it's getting easier and easier. Up in the Midwest, it's very, very easy. It's getting easier down here. You might just have to have, a little bit more. You're going to have your land just like you would on a traditional house, but it is getting easier. So, Barndo's strong, flexible, affordable homes. This is the inside of that one I was telling you about. This gentleman did a great job on his. And you see, you can finish this thing in any way you want. So, design your barndominium with Mallett. Strong shell, engineered for storms, flexible floor plans and vaulted ceilings, engineered saving, upgrade, and natural light, affordable lifestyle with room to grow, real families, real inspiration. Folks, we got a little video I want to play real quick before we end the show. Today is something we found when we found a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff that we all forget about, but with LSU winning and some of this negative stuff that we had going on, marketing team put together this fun and emotional video for you. But go Tigers, let's see it.
expect. You don't anticipate. You just say, hey, look, this is life. This is what we're going to do. And when someone just kind of pays it forward and reaches out like that, I think it's just such a huge show of character, just a huge, big heart. And I think that's the best thing about it.
Winning national championships, that's great. But LSU is about helping kids, youth, and I've been on the board now almost 7 years, and it's about the kids. This championships are great, don't get me wrong, but the family at LSU is about helping kids.
All right, folks, I hope y'all enjoyed that little video. I thought it was good when we found that old video of Lee. It made national news. It was a pretty warm video this morning when we all watched it, and our marketing team did a great job interacting LSU, because we won 2 games. Let's keep this thing up. Anyway, if you remember anything from the day, folks, remember, do not buy your plans first before you pick out what size building you want. That's very important. I don't want to see you lose money. Now, that's our show today. We appreciate your business, and we'll see you tomorrow.